This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy right. We talk ownership.
What is happening? Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. It's your guy Mondo with AMG Podcast. Today, we are going to have a good time as usual. We always do. We're going to go pretty hard on a particular topic that's going to close and personal to all the fellas. And when I say fellas, I'm talking about brother AJ Lavender, Larry Woods, and Craig Cooper. What's up, gentlemen?
What's happening? What's happening? Good morning, everybody.
Folks. Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's crazy, bro. We usually have these conversations behind the scenes and have our thoughts, ideas, and we were just doing it. Yeah. And AJ had a great idea. It's like, you know what? This is the podcast. Let's go hit record.
Live.
Hit live. Let's go. So we're gonna have a great conversation today, man. Fellas, everybody cool? Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
We good? All right, let's jump into it. I have a feeling we're gonna play the Hard in the Paint video pretty soon.
Right away.
Right away. That should have been the intro.
Yeah.
So 30,000 foot view. Obviously, all y'all know we're in the financial sector and financial services. We focus heavily on insurance, retirement, annuities, and we also do custom asset protection. Now, with that said, we're going to talk about the insurance industry today, that piece of it. All right. Thank you, friend. Got our lovely Zoe Grimes delivering the water bottle today.
Oh,
yes, indeed. Don't you love when you have just good children, fellas?
Facilitator of happiness.
So she's a facilitator of happiness. Yeah. That's right. All right. So in the insurance industry, first of all, we love it. Wouldn't trade it for nothing. It's fantastic. We love the purpose. We love the opportunity for us and clients. We love the meaning of it, everything. Now, just like most things in life, I think we all agree there's another side of the coin that people typically talk about behind closed doors.
That's right.
And there's some of the things that you may even see on social media, some of the, reviews or experiences, this and that, which are real for people. People do go through some things in the industry that may not be so cool. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what are some of these things? How does it happen? Is it the industry? Is it something else? Whatever. So we're going to be very candid. If you know us, love us, like us, you're gonna hear it real, because this is something that I think consumers need to know, need to understand, and I hope that you will learn questions you should ask of an agent or of someone in the business, the right questions. We're gonna tell you what some of the questions you shouldn't be asking, but more importantly, the ones that you should ask and wonder about. So, fellas, let's do our round the horn as we always do. Insurance industry, AJ, what's one of the top things we see when a client has had a bad experience? What does that mean? I've had a bad experience with this insurance thing. Start us off. What does that even mean?
So usually what that comes down to, if someone says I had a bad experience, it usually comes down to the incompetence of the agent that they're dealing with, unfortunately.
Man, play that video.
Going hard in the paint, take it higher. Going hard in the paint. We don't sugarcoat a thing. If it's real, let it stay. Bring the truth, let it ring.
Right out the gate.
Right away.
Yeah.
And so it's an unfortunate circumstance that people run into all the time. But yeah, it really comes down to you when you have your first bad experience. Usually comes down to the agent, unfortunately, whether that's just being not really properly trained on it, on the product itself. There sometimes is new, which again, everybody has to start from somewhere. So it's not really a mark on them, but it is at the same time. And more or less is just sometimes they're just misconstrued on what they thought it was supposed to be from other different sources from outside the agent, right? So it could be things such as reading things on Twitter, listening to things on YouTube, where they have this idea and then they go to somebody that might understand the system, understand the industry like us, and all of a sudden we tell them something different. Oh, now I've had a bad experience.
Yeah. No, we just heard something on a video we were watching. And I just said to y'all, I was like, I have questions about insurable interest.
Yeah.
Because what that video said was something that like hit the radar, like, oh, I don't know if that's ethical. I don't know if that's legal.
From a general stance, like the video that we was listening to, it was basically saying you can take policies out on a person that's really not connected to you. So there's something called insurable interest that you have to be able to broker that policy.
Right.
But could that have happened? Sure, but there's more details than what is just presented just in a podcast.
Right.
And that's what we kind of mean by having a bad experience, because you can get all happy and giddy. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Let me go get my ducks in line. Let me go tell ADC. Let me bring this to the table. And then all of a sudden you come to someone that's really reputable and they do it and say, well, you can't do this. But this credible person just said I could do it. Well, you didn't hear what they actually had to do. They actually had to form a business partnership that have insurable interest on that.
We deal with that all the time. We have to a lot of times debunk. I mean, Woods, how many times have we had to debunk what AJ's talking about? Someone brings something. Yeah, so I'm looking to do this. I learned this. And we're like, okay, 2 of those 5 things you cannot do. Well, they said, yeah, all the time. Like, such and such said on this video, like, I get it, but you got to know full context too. Sometimes it's just bad information. Let's just call it what it is. Sometimes it's just bad information.
You are absolutely right. And if anything bothers me, there's nothing bothers me more than people that come to us with bad information, expecting a policy to be created for the bad information they've received.
Yeah.
Because that policy will not exist. And we're not going to give it to them.
No.
Because number one, it's probably unethical. It doesn't help them.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't benefit the legacy. Right? We can go on and on of what it cannot do for them because the bad information has already set a bad foundation.
It's crazy because, you know, okay, let me go down a little list, Coop. You're a guy that you're about the details, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we love that about you. You're probably more detailed than any of us. But when it comes, what was that?
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
But carry on.
We'll carry on. Yeah.
So humble,
he's like, no, not really. You made some lose my train of thought, man. Okay. So when it comes down to getting in the business, I think one of the issues is the lack of training. That's an industry thing. That's an agency thing. That's, you know, we get to license and all that, but when it comes to the inner workings of how to build certain types of insurance contracts, there's not a lot of agencies out there that are focused on training. They're focused on recruiting. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with recruiting, but can you recruit knowledgeable people or people who are willing to become knowledgeable? Can we have both together? Can it not just be recruiting and send them out and just cross fingers and toes and hope that everybody figure it out on their own? Can we couple the recruiting with training? Can you imagine going to pre-law school, pre-law, and they say, all right, congratulations, you're free to go start practicing? That would never happen.
Mm-hmm.
Man, let's not go too far. Let's say if you're getting recruited to the Army, you sign a paper, you get inducted, and all of a sudden they flag you out first thing in the morning. Here you go.
No, you pass boot camp. No, you just go to boot camp. That's it. You go to boot camp, you pass boot camp, and they just ship you to Afghanistan.
Straight to the front lines.
Right. But for some reason in our wonderful industry, there's this weird spot. And again, I'm not trying to bash the industry that we live in, work in, and make a living in. But it's one of those things that this particular culture, it has created a dynamic where uninformed, sometimes uneducated individuals, and maybe sometimes unethical individuals,
I'll say, if we're going to keep it a buck, that's
Yep.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
will construct contracts for, you know, innocent consumers. And they're not properly structured. They're not designed well. They're not designed in the interest of the client. It's all up. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Cool. What's one of the biggest things that you've seen and that kind of frustrates you? Because, people send us some of their old insurance contracts to take a peek at because they're like, I thought I had, but what's your thoughts on that? Because we see that quite a bit.
Well, I think the key question is whether the policy is designed properly so that the benefits, whether that be tax advantage growth, death benefit, access to cash value, or living benefits, justify the cost of that policy.
Dude, so look, okay. You sound like you're speaking Chinese to someone that just got a license. Think about it. Larry, if you just got your license this past week and you heard Coop say that, would you know what he's talking about?
No, we will have to have him break that down.
That's my point right there. And we're not going to break it down. That's my point. That's my exact point. So if you are an agent and you're watching this, not trying to make you upset, piss you off, or nothing like that. It's like, look, there are people who are looking to protect their family, leverage their resources, get positioned a certain way, whatever it may be, whether it be term, whether it be IUL, whether it be traditional whole, whatever, any sort of insurance related product, annuity, whatever. Learn what you're doing for real versus just blindly saying, well, I got a license. Just because you get a driver's license doesn't mean you know how to drive. It just means you got a license. That's all it means. That you can legally drive a car without getting arrested. Get a ticket for driving without a license. It doesn't mean that you're skilled. It doesn't mean that you really know what you're doing. I think insurance business is the same way, unfortunately. And what happens is, like, haven't you guys found we found ourselves defending our industry?
Too much. Yes.
All the time. We're defending it. And like, look, the industry is incredible. It's just some of the sour apples out there that kind of mess it up. Because as we were talking about before this call, the barrier to entry is too low.
And that's one thing I don't think the general public knows, especially in the USA.
Yeah, exactly right.
A lot of people may think that getting your life insurance, license is like getting something like in the other professional services, right? Like if you guys don't know, you could literally get your life insurance license within a week. If you hammer it out, all you have to do is take a course. Once you take a course, you pass it through, you take a state exam, you pass that, boom, you have your life insurance license, and you can sell the next day.
Pretty much.
That simple. Pretty
much. Which is why some of these agencies really have like they do the recruiting game. It is like a churn and burn, baby. Because the barrier to entry is so low. Well, since it is so low, let's get a whole bunch of people over it and just see let the cream rise to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, now the cream that rises to the top, but typically people that are working hard, they have ethics, they know what they're doing, they got business that's sticking, building great relationships, they're on point. What about the people that's not the cream, Coop? What about those people? What they doing? Well, yeah.
The best they can, I guess.
and that's 90 to 92% of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stat out there, and it's a whole conference that's about this.
Yep.
Right? It was 8%. It says 8% of people who get a license actually make a career and make it in the business. That means 92% don't.
You can make a whole conference about it.
It's a whole conference about it's 8% nation.
8% nation. Yep.
Yeah. So a wonderful conference. I've attended it. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the 8% who are doing it. Now, if you really think about the shrapnel that's created off the 92% woods that didn't make it. 92% of people tried, attempted, this, that, and the other, tapped out, whatever it may be. Can you imagine the level of dead bodies on the side of the road in the illustration that's with them trying to go down this insurance road? The 92% fall off, bro. Can you imagine the amount of policies that are written incorrectly? The amount of clients that are misinformed?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of policies lapsing out?
We see it.
The amount, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, because people don't really talk about that part. It's like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why the 92%, may not make. It's a lot of reasons. I mean, I'm sure it's a staggering an alarming number in the real estate game. Guarantee it is.
Mhm.
I don't know it.
Well,
But Coop and Wood, y'all know more than I would.
There's not. It depends on what agency you get with, what broker you get with, is depending on what kind of training you're going to get, if any.
What's the T word? That T
Training.
word? Oh, so
Training.
it's a thing over there too. It depends on the training you're going to get, if any.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. So let's flip the coin. Let me ask a question to the panel, to the brothers. So if there was an extra step or two in place to get the specialized insurance license,
Mhm.
what does that do for the actual insurance brokers? Because now people who are coming out pretty much are trained and ready to go. So can you just recruit anybody? Because that 92 has shrunk to maybe 15.
Right.
Mhm.
So now what? What does that do to the insurance broker on hiring?
It increases the quality of the brokers.
Yeah.
Dude, it increases the quality of the brokerage. It increases the quality of the contracts that are being written annually.
Yeah.
It increases the customer experience.
It decreases churn. It decreases chargebacks.
There you go. So why
That's
isn't that
that's,
in place?
that's the part that people don't talk about.
It's also an added level of consumer protection.
Yes. Yes.
Dude,
So why is that not a thing?
I don't get it. Don't get it. You know what's interesting? Like, okay, I don't know. Okay, there's a particular state where, and I found this out years ago, and I might get some of the details wrong, but I know the main one I have is right. That's this part I do know. So there's a particular state that if you want to get an insurance license, and let's say you can't pass the test, they have another version you can qualify for, and you can get what's called a Mickey Mouse license. Not kidding you. I'm not joking.
I know where you're at now.
You can get a Mickey Mouse license. That license allows you to sell insurance. Now, there's some limitations. You can sell only certain death benefit, certain level of face amount. You can't go higher than, I don't know if it's 15 grand or something like that. It used to be, but like something like that. So typically in filing expense, typically, certain things, it's other underwriting parameters, limitations, but you can make a living on a Mickey Mouse license. Didn't even take the full exam and pass that.
You know how crazy that sounds?
I know.
Like okay, let's put that into analogy, just like driving again. That's like you take your driver's test, you blowing through a red light, you failed it, but they're like, hey, you're not gonna be in a big city, right? No, so you can stop at a stop sign, right? Okay, let me just get you one where you can just stop at stop signs and go forward. Like
as long as you drive in the rural areas, you can go ahead and drive. Do you, but you can't come in the city though. I see where you're going.
Basically what they're saying. Yes.
Yeah, I see where you're going, man. That's a great analogy. So true though. It's crazy, man. Because now how, like, for instance, how does that look real time for us, right? So we meet with clients, however, we meet them, get them on camera, talk to them in person, whatever we do. And we learn about their experience. We've had some people say, I'm not a big believer in insurance. We ask why? Well, because of my experience. Well, what happened? Sometimes it's the agent. Sometimes it's the contract itself. Sometimes it's the company that they were signed up with. Maybe it's a company that's, below par, if you will, standards and performance and all the reputation, all that stuff. Could be a combination of all of it. Sometimes it's, I think one of y'all said it earlier, it's not what they expected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about what are some of the other reasons why it's not what you expected? It doesn't have the cash value that I thought it would have. Yeah, I know where I'm going. There's this thing called selfishness. Okay, greed.
Mm-hmm.
We need more words. Shady, unethical, crooked. Let me keep going. Like, is it that where someone who has a license is not telling you the whole truth and also holding back information and or designing the policy, the contract that they're doing for you, but for their benefit to increase their commission.
Oh yeah.
Say that last part again.
They're doing all these things potentially to increase their commission. So it's designed for their benefit more than it is yours.
That's the biggest one right there.
Yep.
Morality and ethics.
Yep. And like, for instance, what I love about annuities is that they actually have some of these financial suitability questions and things in the contracts where we have to disclose who pays us, how much. It's actually in the contract. Is it with one insurer or multiple? Life insurance contracts don't have that part, right? Now, the other part is, now here's what's, I'm going to just express a observation. I don't know if we could ever do anything about this. If Agent Johnny, Larry, like decides to write a policy on the Smith family, for example, Johnny intentionally writes a policy that is going to lapse at a certain year. And they're still like, maybe mid-retirement. It's going to lapse, and it's not designed. Now, the lapse out is the big one. Now, designed for either cash accumulation, designed for face amount, estate preservation. But you would think the insurance carriers would say, hey, look at age 75. They don't. They just let Johnny write it.
But do we really think that Johnny is going to pay attention, even if they do say, hey, this lapses at whatever year? You think Johnny's going to really pay attention to that when Johnny's looking at that commission spike?
That's exactly right.
But as a fiduciary, Johnny has to. He's supposed to.
They all have fiduciary commitments, and they still write them as such.
Because that greed factor.
So now what? Who's policing that?
Well,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like this, it's like I've seen so many come across our desk from clients who have old policies, and we review them, and I'm like, who did this mess? And here's another part we hear after that. When's the last time you talked to this agent?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a couple years. I don't think they're even in the business anymore. Bruh.
Yeah.
How often I think I've talked to, in all my years doing this, bro, I literally think I've talked to one client that had an agent that was still in the business.
Wow.
And I remember her name. It was Susan. She wrote a policy. It was a securing policy. I reviewed it. And guess what? The policy was awesome. Guess what? My client / friend, she's not even a client because we didn't do anything. You know why? Because Susan did her thing. Susan took care of my client or my friend. So that's literally the only, you see the connection there?
Well, you know what it is, Mondo. It's, again, this industry is simple, but it's hard.
Yeah, very true. That's yes.
Profound from any sector of it. We've seen it in final expense. Final expense is dead simple to write, but the process and everything about it's hard. Like, you have to commit, you have to go, and you have to keep on going, plow through everything. A lot of people don't have that. They see the glitz and the glamour. They see a lot of top performing agents. They see the lifestyle that they're getting, and it's like, oh, I can do that. Oh, I'm sizing this guy up. Oh, I could do that if he's doing that. But they get to it, it's like, oh, wait, never mind. You know what I mean? I see the glitz and glamour, but I don't want to actually do the insurance part of it. And I think where successful agents, that turning point is, they fall in love with what the actual insurance industry does. Like, you can, of course, you can get inspired, like, oh, the money you can make in the insurance industry is fantastic, it's awesome, it's life-changing. But as soon as you get into it, you see what life insurance can do. And once you make that switch on it, then it becomes easy now, because you're not doing it just for the commission check. You're actually doing it for the result that insurance provides. And that's what the 8% stays in, and that's what they've turned into.
Yes. And they actually build the 8%, those individuals, they actually build a client base. And they build relationships, not just a list of transactions.
It's based on integrity. Yeah.
Right. It's if you, I mean, y'all have noticed how our clients talk to us, how they interact with us, how they approach us, how comfortable they are with us, how familiar we are to them, how safe they feel with us. Dude, that comes with like intention. It's not transactional. And if someone wants to do just a transaction with us, that's a tough pill for me, man. That's a tough pill for me. Because it's like, this is, think about what we're doing, guys. This is so important for their family. The purpose. And I'm helping you. We're helping you get into this thing that's so important for your family, but we're going to treat it like just a simple, like you buying some bubble gum.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What we doing? Like,
and unfortunately, has social media has saturated, right, the platforms with either, you know, the get rich quick out of a policy, or the grumpy consumer that got a hold of one of those, you know, 92%ers, and now they're bad mouthing the policy. So our industry is saturated with negativity.
Yeah.
Right. So it makes it difficult for them to understand how important it is for their family. Right. And then when we get them, we do, you know, how many ever interviews, right, or meetings that it takes to educate them on how it can benefit them. But a lot of times, you know, if I'm being honest, they still don't get it, and they still think, you know, it's somewhat of a ripoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they refuse to deprogram what one of those 92 percentiles has given them.
Yeah,
man. Whoo, you don't know a good thing because you've been burnt so many times.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It baffles me, man. Like keeping it transactional is so crazy. Like if you wouldn't do that anywhere else. If you went to the doctor, and AJ, you went to the doctor and you said, man, I'm just hurting down here somewhere, like my hip section, front, maybe a little back. I'm not really sure, but it's kind of hurt, uncomfortable. You would want your doctor to say, okay, AJ, let's sit and talk. And he asks you a ton of questions. He learns, does an assessment and says, okay, here's some ideas of things we could do. We do some testing. You know, you understand what's happening. Okay. All right. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Do the process, right? Help you understand where he's at, what he's uncovered, what he's looking to do to find out the solution, propose solutions, and think about all that stuff. The last thing you want, AJ, is you walk in a doctor and you say, all right, Dr. Mondo. I'm like, hey, AJ, all right, here's what we're going to do. What's hurting? Oh, my hips. Okay, bend over. What?
Right.
Yeah, I got it. Just bend over. Now, that may sound nasty, but that's what people doing, man.
Yeah.
They ain't explaining jack. Just danking people all day long. Like, teach somebody something.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? You learn first. You know what I'm saying? Learn something so you have something to teach. And that comes back to the individual. Because some people, man, you know how it is. We get in agencies that really don't teach you anything. Now, you can't play victim like, well, I don't know what I'm doing because they didn't teach me. Okay, yeah, I hear it. They didn't. But you grown and been grown. You got university. You got University of YouTube. You get a PhD in Google. Dude, come on, man.
You have Claude GPT, you have Anthropic, you have
you got all this stuff.
You don't even have to go to an insurance agent. All you have to do is type up, if you have Chat GPT, literally type this in right now. You're a professional insurance agent that is ethical and moral. I'm new to the industry. I need to know everything to make me the most successful insurance agent in certain sector. Type that in, hit prompt, read it over, read it over, read it over, read it over. Done.
And then you can find an agency, because guess what? Get on LinkedIn. They all over the place. Go on LinkedIn and find a company that's integral and interview them. Don't make them think that they just interviewing you. No, y'all interviewing each other. Because if they line up with that prompt, that result that AJ just gave you, okay, maybe that's the one you can try because they got good training that lines up with what AJ told me to do. So you can't just always blame, well, you know, they didn't teach me nothing. They didn't teach. Nah, man. I mean, AJ, how would I start? The individual I started, not the agency, but the individual that I started with before the agency.
You had negative of what the agency brought to you. You were supposed to get ethical leads that came in, they took them. You were supposed to get fresh leads, nope. Repeated leads, like everything.
I was supposed to get training, didn't.
For everybody that don't know Mondo's story, Mondo had to go out and sell a policy without even knowing the insurance carrier's name. That's how untrained he was.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was, you know, I knew the first word. I didn't know the second one. Because I was thrown 17 different carriers in the same day. Right. So that's why I can get so hot about it. It's like, there's no excuse, man.
But again, going back to Mondo, where you said when you took the honest on yourself, you didn't just say, oh, I was untrained, I was left alone here. What'd you do? You asked questions.
I asked questions.
Like, thankfully, you had a fantastic carrier that said, call us anytime. For real.
When I learned that they would educate me,
they knew
and
you.
Then when I finally got connected with the agency, before it was with the individual. Yeah. When I finally got connected with the agency, that's when things like with the home office and with the agency I was a part of out of Chattanooga, that's where I really started taking off, because I started really learning the game, right? Really learning the business. But again, I didn't sit around Woods and be like, oh, well, you know, they don't teach me nothing, so no. It's
I don't understand that.
I don't either, man. It's like, dude, you know how easy to go on LinkedIn and find agencies? Dude, they're everywhere. Now, most of them, if you say, here's a phenomenal experiment. You say, make a post. I'm new to the insurance business. I just got my license. What are some good agencies out there with training? You will get stalked for 60 days straight by 100 different agencies. Yes. I promise you that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you got to respond to all of them, but you can at least get a list of who's responding to you, and you start doing your research quietly, right? And get a little list, and then set up interviews with your list. Use the prompt that AJ gave you to vet them. Find out training. Dude, insurance agencies have done a really good job of making it look sexy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the girl in the club that's the most beautiful girl in the club, but then you get her outside in the daylight, she is atrocious.
We're gonna get some comments on that one. Go ahead. We still in the paint.
Seriously, these agencies, they know how to look. They can make it look sexy, boy. Then you get up in there, hot mess with an extra breath behind it. Seriously, dude, it's ridiculous. You know, but then okay, we have an intern who's working with us. I know she's watching this. What's up? So the place she comes from is exactly what I'm talking about. They literally, I was basically mentoring her. I don't know if y'all know this part. I was mentoring her. She called me one day. I was in the car line picking up my daughter, and she called and she was frustrated, this, that, and the other, about the process. She was like, really want to get going and know what to do. But all their language is about recruiting, and all their goals for the next quarter was recruiting numbers. It wasn't about training numbers. It was about production, but it was all based on recruiting. Is to have X amount of new hires this next quarter, X amount of new hires over the year, everything about that. And I said, hey, ask them when they're going to train you. She asked them, and in so many words, they said, we're not. Here's what you do. You bring enough people in, and
Mm-hmm.
That was literally.
Oh man, I cannot stand agencies like that.
I don't understand the model.
I don't get it.
Where's the substance? Where does business come in at? Because that's not business.
Could you imagine like trying you recruit somebody? Okay, how many people do you have on your books? Nobody. I just started last week. Huh?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, how are you in a business and you're bringing people in? Now, look, okay. Oh my God, dude, Woods, it's about to get more ignorant. Ready? More comments coming, Craig. Look, man, I've been a part of models like that. I was a manager in a model very similar to that. Now, the one thing that we were striving to do all the time is change the quality. We weren't a churn and burn. We did hire at a great rate, but we did train people. Now, Well, what do you mean, Mondo? Yeah, you train. Okay, I'm going to tell you. And my guys, I hope my guys in the old agency in Tennessee can, because they know, because they was there. We would do boot camps every other week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 hours straight. For 2.5 years, I was driving from Nashville to Chattanooga every other week and staying away from my family 3 days straight to train new people on one product.
Live in person.
Live and in person. Slides, role playing, this and that. 2.5 years, almost 3. Every other week, 6 days a month, literally in front of new people that we hired. They could not go out on their own until they actually passed the assessments. You hear that, Woods?
Yep.
You can't go out. Now, the churn and burn came from, we did a lot of hires. The burn came from people's lack of effort once they did pass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It didn't come from the burn of, oh, just figure it out, Coop. Hey, welcome, Coop. Welcome. All right, good luck. No, it was, we did our part. We got you in. We gave you an opportunity. We trained you highly on one product. You need 6, literally. So I think we had, our requirement was, what was it? It wasn't just one boot camp. It was, I think it was either 2 or 3 boot camps you had. No, it was one boot camp to be released. That's what it was. It was one boot camp to be released. Think about it, dude. That's 24 hours of training on one product. If you can't get that in one product in 24 hours, you are on the short bus. Okay. Then you have to attend, to continue to get leads and training and all that. You have to attend boot camps for the next 3 months.
Ongoing training. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of the same stuff, Mondo, and repetition.
Right.
You hear it differently week 1 than you did week 6. Right. So been a part of these kind of things. But there were agencies that I would see that would just hire, and wouldn't train and wouldn't equip people. A big problem that I've seen is the churn and burn part. And like, what model is that? Here's what it is. Here's what it is, Woods. It's about the managers and not the agents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the more, I'm probably getting in trouble. The more agents you come in, the more people are going to be out there attempting.
Mm-hmm.
The more attempts, you're going to have people succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
But they either tap out of effort or whatever it may be, or they leave for whatever reason, but they also leave something behind.
Yep.
What is it? A small book of business they wrote while they were there.
Mm-hmm.
5 contracts, 10, 3, 8, 20, whatever it is. And when that agent leaves, they all roll up to the who?
Manager.
The manager who started the whole party. So when an agency like that says, hey, we're going to, our recruiting numbers are this and that, because you know there's an average amount of policies per recruit. So let's say there's 2 policies per recruit and you recruit 60 people in the next quarter. That's 120 policies that will at some point, 92% chance,
roll to
that's going to end up on the manager's books, giving you renewals and passive income. That's that model.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, maybe I've never said it to y'all live or even in person or in a personal conversation, but that is why we do AMG the way we do. I don't want no more of that.
Nope.
Because here's the personal side of it. Okay, put it like this. I don't want to make it seem like, well, how are you, pissing on his history? Look, man, you learn as you go. But I got to a point where, honestly, my spirit was convicted, man. If I'm being honest, I ain't trying to convict nobody else. I'm talking about me. I felt convicted. They can feel unconvicted and do whatever the hell they want to do. That's fine. I'm talking about me. So I also look at it like this. When you do you know what it's like, AJ, to sit in a room full of people that don't know you and they're looking at you like kids? Because I'm recently divorced. I'm trying to get my life together. And I hope Mondo saying is going to work for me because I don't know how to pay my rent. And another person, I'm single mom. My husband just left me with 3 kids. I really hope I need this to work because I need the freedom. I need the time. So I pick my kids up and I got to make good money. And on and on and on. Do you know what it's like to sit in a room full of people in situations like that, looking to you Show me how to survive, sir. And then you're going to send them out there with no training?
Yeah. Not cool.
And get out of here with that, man. Like that, dude, that's evil.
Yeah.
You don't have a conscience if you're doing that.
And the stress,
Now-
that puts on you too, because like you said,
Oh.
with insurance, we're already at the end customer. We're already dealing with something so important to their lives, and now you bring in the agent, like you said, that's looking for you as their way out, their ticket. So now you're dealing with the double of I'm dealing with the agent's livelihood, and I'm now dealing with my customer's livelihood at the same time. And if they don't mix together,
That.
Right.
Now, again, some people might get hot. If you're hot, because I'm talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't apologize for it. Because all you got to do is show me your model. Now, I'm not talking about people who recruit heavily. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who recruit heavily and don't help and don't train and don't rock with. One of my most favorite, and I will say his name, my most favorite people in the final expense industry is Paul Chambers.
yeah, without question,
Without question.
without question.
Without question. That is my dude. Hard worker, family man. Okay, cool. Put that on the side. When it comes to agents, he is a phenomenal recruiter, great business guy. He is relentless about his job, and he is more relentless about him helping the agents. He will help agents that aren't even in his agency, Craig.
Good dude.
Yep. Good man.
I've seen him do it over and over. He has no monetary benefit off a person, but he will help you figure it out. He was a monster, is a monster agent,
Yeah.
great manager, has a phenomenal business, has had to pivot several times, and I've seen him over and over train. Like, he is all about training, all about it, all about it. And if you're in an agency where they don't provide that and he meets you, he's gonna say, hey, you know what? Come over here. And if he gets some backlash from my other agent, he'll deal with it later. Come over here and get trained. He can get mad later. Now, he don't say that, but I just know kind of how things play out.
Yeah.
Right? He's just like, come on, I got you.
What a benefit that is, though.
Bruh.
Right? For everybody, for the client, for the agent, it's a benefit, and for his brokerage firm.
But here it is. It's a benefit, but it's a spike to the ego of the other manager, because it's like, oh, this is what I should be doing.
But they don't pivot.
Right.
How many of them pivot? Even though they know they should be training agents, but don't.
They don't. But don't, hey, Craig, don't talk to my agents. Don't talk to my agents. You stay over there. These are my agents.
That's part of greed. That's a spirit of greed. But at the same time, how are they trained to even start this firm?
Man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man, because
It's a vicious circle.
It is
a circle.
It is. So when you that's I know that's another side of the insurance industry from an internal standpoint of not a consumer side necessarily, even though it does affect the consumer. It's a ripple effect, right? So when you have the situations of lack of training and lack of support, this, that, and the other, and these individuals, oh my God, here's the ugly recipe. The next step of this, the untrained agent we just described. Let's say I wasn't training. Go personal experience. Let's say I wasn't. And you got these faces in the audience of the training room, right? On my internet acting up or whatever. And they're looking at you with this look of help me make a living, help me, teach me. What do I need to do to survive? Okay. You don't train them. I say, you're smart. You got it, Larry. You smarter than me. Go ahead. Just go see people. Okay. You go out. That person goes out, little Johnny. He's sitting with the Smith family. Johnny has no idea what he's doing. How well do you think he's going to take care of the Smith family? Just saying.
Not well at all.
Just saying. Oh, let's mix in the undergirding like reality. Desperation, because he's hungry and needs to survive. Every day he's getting broker and broker. And he needs his insurance business to fix it. So now, dude, you get in front of that first client, you in their house, they like you a little bit, and it's like, okay, it's go time, Coop, right? It's like, okay, all right, cool. go time. All right, you're trying to keep it cool, this, that, and the other. So now if you're an ethical person, you stay cool, you stay honest, integral, and you handle them the best way you know how. But if desperation is getting to you, stress is getting to you, anxiety is getting to you, hopefully greed doesn't catch a hold of you.
Right.
Because now you're trying to sell them on something they don't need so you can get a paycheck. Seen it.
Not realizing that at the end of the day, they're people, whether they're in your community or not, they're still people, right? So what you should be doing is establishing a relationship.
Yep.
Because again, they're people. You might see these people again after you have done them a disservice.
Oh boy.
It is very likely.
That's
so relationship is very important.
Yes.
Right. Even if you don't know what you're doing, you should establish a good relationship.
Yes.
And based on some of the people that we've talked to and some of the things I've seen on social media, they're not even doing that. So I don't.
Well, that makes sense, right? If it's transactional, you don't want a relationship with that client. You want that policy to be enforced and you want to move on. And if that client calls you 9 times out of 10, you already know it's a problem.
Yep, you're ghosting them.
Yeah.
Like you're not trying to get booed up with your clients, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That you just hitting and quitting it. Yeah, I'm being a little crass today. Don't care. Because that's the truth though. Man, until you've actually sat with a family as a manager, I had to come behind a person who wrote a policy that was incorrect, this, that, and the other. But guess what? We didn't find out until the insured died. Now I'm sitting there because the phone's blowing up. I get a phone call. You know, is one of your agents such and such? Yes. Can you come? Yeah, I go by. I sit with the wife, the widow now, the daughter, and the son-in-law in their house. Dude, I had nothing. I didn't write it, but I know who did. Obviously terminated.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as integrity, I'm not going to ghost these people. As the manager, I'm going to go talk to them.
Right.
One of the most difficult conversations I've ever had in my life with a client. Jack had died a day before, or 2 days before. So that's why I get so passionate about this, Coop. It's like, I'm not crazy. Like, see, you're playing with people's lives, man. This is not for play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are literally getting up out of here. And what we do for them can assist them in one of the toughest days of their lives. Or if they have a policy with living benefits, you are trying to assist them during their life.
Right.
Mess around, tell somebody they got long-term care benefits and knowing daggone well you didn't put it in there. And then somebody get a terminal illness, they got a year or two to live, and they looking to take advantage of that, long-term care benefit. Oh, that's right. You didn't put it in there. You got to tell them. Oh, you probably won't even tell them because you're going to ghost them.
Right.
The company's going to tell them.
Right.
Sorry, that's not a part of your plan. So it really, when it comes down to it, man, I think a lot of agents can get caught up in the paperwork and the hustle and the sexy looking part of it, the agents recruit you with, and you're having your meetings and this and that. But there's very few conversations about what is it like when your client dies? Literally. See, it get quiet real quick.
Mm-hmm.
See, we don't think about that backside. That's the elephant in the room we're not looking at. Because everybody on your books, every single one of them gonna die.
Yep. Father Time's undefeated.
Yeah. So unfortunately, those individuals in the business can be catastrophic to some of the insurance experiences that people have. I've had a bad experience with insurance. Well, it can come from a lot of those different angles we talked about today. It can come from greed, lack of knowledge, selfishness, lack of training, whatever, right? Maybe even sometimes just the client has a lack of expectations or improper expectations. Let me say that, improper expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And the client the agent never corrected it or tried to reprogram or re-educate. Right. I mean, I've had a client that said, well, I thought I had, so we didn't talk about that. I mean, and we record everything. So I had to record it.
Yeah.
so like, and it's like, well, that's what I wanted it to do. The language was, that's what I wanted it to do. Okay. In this particular case, what we wanted it to do and what it can do is two different things. Yeah. And when we said that on our initial meeting, I told you it can't do that, but it can do this over here. Yeah, but I want it to do this. It doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's that. Every now and then is that. So, but I do think overall, man, to AJ's point earlier in our conversation, the idea of having the bar set a little higher when it comes to like certain more certain complicated policies, IULs, whole lives, variable, stuff like that. There should be, I believe, a different level of training. I mean, think about it. If you're going to pre-med, then medical school, and if you're going to go be an orthopedic surgeon, there's another school for being an orthopedic surgeon. You just don't go to pre-med or just med. You got to learn how to be that specialist, right? Maybe you don't need a specialist to sell term. But IULs and variables and universals and, mutuals and all these other, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And when you're looking to design it for different reasons and different features, tax codes. Hello, somebody.
Hello. Citations. Yep.
All that stuff. Like, so, well, my agency doesn't teach me that, Coop. What do you suggest? What's the play, Coop? Somebody says, well, my agency, they don't talk about none of that stuff. What should they do?
You need to probably find another agency or learn information yourself.
Oh man. Yeah.
I look at it like church. All right. So if you're in a church and you're getting the word from pastor, do you just take his word for it? Or do you go read your Bible and make sure it lines up?
Read the word for yourself.
Read the word for yourself. Interpret it. And if that don't get it, how about find some language or some scriptures before that actual text that you was reading from? Where did they get that from?
In context.
If you can go deep on that side, how come you can't go deep in learning about what insurance can actually do for you? Or is the agent providing the services that you need from a client standpoint? And from an agent, how come you can't do that to make sure your broker is telling you to do things correct or incorrect? Educate yourself. Find the information, right? Learn your craft.
Man.
Learn your specialty.
What you said.
Inside and out. That raises your value as an agent.
Yep.
That's what it does. When you research it for yourself, you just can't take people's word for it. You can't take social media's word for it.
Man,
this is what I like about our agency, because we take the time. It's required relationship.
Yeah,
build it.
That's part of our standards.
We're not transactional.
No,
we're not in the convincing business.
Nope. I love it, man. I love it. I think where this should land is knowing that, and I want y'all to give you other final thoughts. At least for me though, is that this industry is incredible. I think the real estate industry is incredible. I think a lot of other industries are incredible. However, there are some realities that if you don't educate yourself, you're kind of a 50-50 gamble on what am I dealing with here? Am I dealing with someone who can help me or someone who's going to hurt me out of their own ignorance or potential greed, or they just don't know anything? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to, so if you're listening to this as a consumer, our suggestion would be educate yourself as much as you can on your own, not from skepticism standpoint or goggles, but from being inquisitive and wanting to learn in a place of wonder, not worry.
Yeah.
To educate yourself. And honestly, you should, because if you get into an insurance contract of any kind, If Coop sold you a car of any kind, you need to know how to drive it. We'll show you how it works. We'll customize it. We'll build it. We'll put you in it. Give you the keys. Take you on the test drive. Make sure you know all the functions. But from that day on, that's yours. Now, if you need us to, be your consultant or mechanic and say, oh, yeah, turn that on. Don't forget. Yeah, we're there for that.
I need a service call, 100%.
Service call.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Bring it in. We'll talk about it. But you're the one operating it. You're the one that owns it. This is for your family. So there's accountability, I think, on both sides, guys.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. On our side and on the client side. So that's my 2 cents on that, fellas. We'll go around the horn, and then AJ, you can wrap it up. Coop, what you got?
Yeah, like you said, man, do your due diligence as a consumer, right? A lot of times, and we hear this often. Oh, IUL, I hear you can take out a loan and never pay it back. These janky agents will say yes, and they'll move on. Have them explain how that works.
Right.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it when Coop's in the paint.
Yeah.
I love it because it's so funny to me. I love it. So good. Woods, what you got, man?
I'll just say this. Educate yourself, both sides, agent and consumer. Educate yourself. Or this is what we do at AMG. We'll be happy to educate you. What we're going to do is give you the information and then allow you to go behind us to fact check us.
Mm-hmm.
It's real simple. We build relationships over here. We're not just transactional.
That's right. AJ, get us up out of here. What you got?
Yeah, man. Just want to say to everybody again, thank you for watching this. You probably stuck around here for the last hour or so. Again, take our passion as just a way to reach out to you guys as open, honest, and candid. We're not yelling at you. We're not talking at you. We just want to make sure that the industry that we love is protected. There's like one thing that we was even talking about before we even got on here is that we wish there was like some sort of sub licensing that you can give. So if you get your life insurance license, you have to take an exam to sell IULs or do sell final expense. That way our industry is just that much more protected. That way the people that we're talking to, the agents that are coming in, they're really well versed in the life insurance industry. They're super educated about it. And like Mondo said, once that contract is signed, our customers know exactly what they're getting, like their car. But yeah, with saying that, guys, again, just want to say thank you. If you did like this episode, definitely like it. Share with anybody else that you might be hearing that's going to be in the insurance industry. If you guys want direction, reach out to us. We'll point you in the right direction of things that, you might want to go watch or you might want to go educate yourself about. We're always going to be open source for you guys. As well as one thing I do like to say, if you do have any other ideas or like, hey, Mondo, the guys, I want you to talk about this, certain question, this certain thought or this certain concern that I have. Drop down in the comment section. We do read all our comments. We do read every single thing that you guys read out to us. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode.
That's it. Hey, Mondo was yelling at me though.
It's just that hard love.
All right, y'all be cool, man. We'll see you on the next episode. See you guys. Later.
This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy right. We talk ownership.